Ladies and gentlemen, grab a seat because what you're about to hear is truly legendary. Imagine this. 2 queens, 1 king, and enough drama to fuel an entire season of love and hip-hop, all packed into one unforgettable night. Remy Ma and Claressa Shields didn't just trade words, they threw punches. The footage is so intense, it might as well come with a warning label. What began as a simple side-eye escalated into a full-blown WWE-style brawl, right in front of cameras, security, and a crowd of fans who couldn't decide whether to call TMZ or 911. What sparked this madness? Was it jealousy, betrayal, or perhaps a certain ring Papoose allegedly promised Claressa behind Remy's back? Get ready, because we're about to break down every jaw-dropping moment that brought 2 powerhouses to their knees. This wasn't some petty Instagram spat. This was physical, with wigs ripped off and bodyguards thrown off guard. And naturally, the cameras captured every second. On one side, we have Remy Ma, the Bronx-born rap queen, known for her loyalty, her fierce lyrics, and her ability to turn even the smallest issues into full-blown confrontations. She's always said, "I don't fight fair, I fight to win," and it turns out Remy wasn't exaggerating. On the other side, we had Claressa Shields, Olympic boxing champion, self-proclaimed greatest woman of all time, and now apparently the new focus of Papoose's very complicated feelings. Yes, Papoose, the man who supported Remy through jail stints, public scandals, and more loyalty tests than anyone could handle. But according to anonymous sources, that loyalty had worn thin, and Claressa was right there to watch it all unravel. It all started at a glamorous industry event. Champagne flowing, fake smiles plastered on faces in a room full of real enemies. Remy entered, eyes immediately locking on one corner where Claressa and Papoose were standing just a bit too close for comfort. If anyone thought Remy would play it cool and keep walking, they were mistaken. She marched straight toward them, her heels clicking like gunshots on the marble floor. No words were exchanged at first, just a stare, one that could have been the final boss in Mortal Kombat. Claressa naturally didn't flinch. Instead, she smirked. That smirk? It was the spark that ignited everything. Before any fists were thrown, the verbal sparring had already begun. According to a leaked voice memo, Remy hissed, "You could never be me, sweetheart. You're just a temporary thrill." Claressa, unfazed, fired back with, "At least I'm not an outdated mixtape living off jail sympathy." The room went dead silent. Everyone tried to act casual, but you could practically hear the phones being pulled out. One witness, whom we'll call Source C for the drama, described the madness. It was like time stopped. Remy just lunged, no hesitation. One moment, Claressa was sipping her champagne. The next, the flute was flying through the air and fists were swinging. Security rushed in, but not before the 2 women were grabbing, swinging, and cursing loud enough to set off car alarms 3 blocks away. Tables crashed, champagne bottles shattered, and someone's wig, no names, went flying through the air like a frisbee. And the worst part? No one stepped in right away, because let's face it, nobody wanted to take a stray punch from either Remy Ma or Claressa Shields. Within minutes, blurry clips of the brawl flooded Twitter, TikTok, and gossip sites across the globe. Hashtags like Remy vs Claressa, Battle for Papoose, and Bloody Queens were trending before anyone could blink. One clip, posted by a so-called celebrity security insider, showed Remy yanking a chunk of Claressa's wig while Claressa threw a punch, landing a clean hit to Remy's cheek. The crowd screamed, phones shot into the air, and security slipped, across spilled champagne trying to regain control. And there, awkwardly off to the side, was Papoose, looking like he instantly regretted every decision that had led to this moment. As the fight was finally broken up, Remy shouted, "You can have him, he ain't even worth it," to which Claressa, with a bloodied lip, snapped back, "Oh, trust me, I already do." Mic drop. And just like that, the room erupted once more. Security had to drag both women out, heels first, while paparazzi flashes lit up the scene like fireworks on the 4th of July. But hold up. You thought that was the end? Oh no, besties, because the real aftermath, the lawsuits, the leaked footage, the shocking betrayals, was just getting started. If you thought the brawl itself was insane, you haven't even begun to see the mayhem that followed. Once Remy Ma, and Claressa shields were hauled out, drenched in sweat and attitude. The real battle moved to the digital realm. And believe me, it got messier than anyone could have imagined. First, the leaks began. Anonymous insiders, probably interns sneakily, texting from the venue, started flooding shady blogs with every juicy tidbit they could get their hands on. Screenshots, voice notes, even blurry security footage trickled out like some underground Netflix docuseries called The Fall of Remy and Claressa. One particularly grainy clip showed Papoose trying to pull Claressa away from Remy, only to get elbowed in the face by accident. Poetic justice? Maybe. But in the court of public opinion, it marked the start of the unraveling. Anonymous sources began whispering to gossip sites that this wasn't just a drunken fight. It was the culmination of months, maybe even years, of jealousy, betrayal, and secret meetups. A so-called family friend spilled to a blog saying, "Papoose and Claressa have been messing around for a while now." Remy knew, but she refused to believe it. Tonight, that was the final blow. Ouch. Imagine standing by someone through court dates, prison time, and public scandals, only to have your heart broken on a marble floor, with 200 cameras flashing and the whole internet watching. Oh, the internet was absolutely living for this. Drama, memes started flooding social media within hours. One viral post showed Claressa in boxing gloves, standing triumphantly over a photoshopped image of Remy Ma lying on the ground, dazed with a speech bubble reading, "Round one goes to me, sis." Another meme had Papoose in the background with the caption, "Bro just wanted some chicken wings, and now he's part of World War III." Within just 24 hours, Ulark Papoose Prose was trending nationwide. And then, the fake witnesses started popping up, people with zero video evidence but plenty of colorful stories. One claimed that Claressa had provoked Remy by showing off a diamond bracelet, supposedly a gift from Papoose. Another insider said Remy had confronted Claressa backstage, only to be calmed down by security before things escalated once the cameras started rolling. But the real kicker? A leaked group chat from Papoose's friends, where he supposedly admitted to being confused but happy about his bond with Claressa. Confused but happy? Sir, your life has just become a public soap opera, and that's your explanation? The public response was absolutely ruthless. Remy's fans, aka the Reminators, flooded social media with prayers, outraged posts, and hilariously bad deepfakes showing Remy knocking Claressa out in fictional rematches. On the flip side, Claressa's supporters leaned into their victory, calling Remy washed up and pressed, portraying Claressa as the ultimate underdog who not only took her crown but also swiped her man. Celebrities couldn't resist joining this yell. Chaos. Fat Joe shared a cryptic tweet. "Loyalty is rare. Watch who's standing next to you when the storm hits," which everyone immediately interpreted as a dig at Papoose. Cardi B, ever the queen of drama, simply posted 3 popcorn emojis. And just when you thought things couldn't get any worse, the universe decided to add fuel to the fire. Footage from a private after-party surfaced, showing Claressa allegedly boasting about scoring 2 rings in one night, one on her finger, and the other being the one she'd supposedly taken from Remy's heart. Claressa's team scrambled to do damage control, claiming it was all a joke and her words had been misinterpreted. But by then, the damage was done. The public had already decided. Claressa wasn't just a champion in the ring, she was the woman who knocked out Remy Ma's pride, dignity, and relationship, all under the glaring spotlight. Meanwhile, Remy Ma kept unusually quiet. No Instagram lives, no cryptic tweets, no diss tracks, yet insiders close to her hinted that she was taking time to process the chaos and weighing her legal options, particularly after reportedly suffering injuries in the altercation. Rumor has it that Remy's team is preparing to hit Claressa with a serious lawsuit for assault, emotional distress, public defamation, and potentially even more. And it's not just Claressa who's in trouble. Event organizers are also reportedly facing serious consequences for their role in letting the situation escalate. Leaked emails revealed that security was warned about the tension between Remy Ma and Claressa Shields, but failed to prevent the brawl. Now multiple lawsuits, including civil suits and criminal complaints, are expected. Remy Ma was about to finalize a multi-million-dollar deal, but the scandal ruined her image, leaving brands ghosting her. Meanwhile, Claressa's team is trying to turn the situation into a publicity win. though some sponsors are backing out due to her violent behavior. Papoose is caught in the middle, attempting to reconcile with both women. As legal battles loom, Remy's team has filed for an assault lawsuit against Claressa. Remy Ma's team is demanding damages for physical injuries, emotional distress, and financial losses, including the brand deal she lost after her face trended, for the wrong reasons. Other sponsorships and even a Netflix deal reportedly pulled out. Claressa Shields isn't safe either, as brands are backing away, including one energy drink company that paused her endorsement. Event organizers are facing legal threats for failing to provide security despite known tensions between the women. Meanwhile, Papoose is caught in the middle, trying to reconcile with both women privately, but his efforts are only making the situation more complicated. Papoose's Instagram is a mess, with fans calling him a traitor and making viral memes about him juggling two phones labeled wife and side chick. Remy Ma's publicist downplayed the drama as temporary distractions, while Claressa's camp essentially said, "I'd do it again" after the altercation. Leaked DMs between Claressa and Papoose sparked even more chaos, with hashtags like Remy deserved better and Raw Papoose plays too much trending. Fans demanded diss tracks and brands dropped Claressa, while Remy allegedly hit the studio to respond. Legal teams were preparing for a messy battle, and the public was glued to every second of the drama.